Welcome to round 4. I would like to be on the play and reveal this Obosh. Yeah, definitely a keep. They revealed Kahira, so they're lands, I think. Which isn't great for me, but at least the force of negation can get rid of a loam, and we have a wasteland, so definitely gonna go for a basic here. Let's see what's going on. Huh. Alright. It's annoying if they have Spirit Guide in Corporation. Or Mox Diamond in Corporation. I really don't want to fight over this. But that means I'll have to fight over Corporation. Yeah, fine. I don't think they play this here unless they have the Corporation, but I also don't really want to just force the Mox Diamond with a negation. Scarring in Ghost Quarter. Right. So I'm not going to wasteland here, mostly because, well, I can't even force a negation a crop here, so. So what I'm going to do, I could play the wasteland and punish them for tapping out. But I think I'd rather use my spells. Yeah. So I could preordain here. But I'm going to be looking for a blue card for force of negation anyway, so don't think that's good enough. That's fine, it just trades 1 for 1. And it's going to tap them out of crop rotation mana. Kind of want to play the other channeler before I force negation something, but I can't keep a force of negation in combat and wasteland. So I expect him to just spellbomb the Ragavan and hit the channeler. In that case, I kind of want to preordain for a blue card still. Yeah, let's have them show their hand first. Wait, right. Or I just screw up, and this happens. Right. I do want to preordain here just to seek cards for channeler and try and find a new blue card. I think that's a fine blue card to have. I'll put the Delver on top, expecting to get it into the graveyard with the channelers. So I can keep spell piece up or wasteland up here. So I'm just gonna wasteland to punish them for using their power spell. Right. So they keep up the Spirit Spellbomb. Hit of Volcanic, that's fine. Didn't really want to draw the Delver, but it's what it is. So I could Wasteland now, which means I'll have to counter their crop rotation. But no, this is fine. Okay. I'm really playing bad now. I should have Wastelanded them in the main phase here. So they can't Maze of it the Ragavan. And then just Spell Pierce their crop rotation. I think I'm still gonna do that now. Just to get if I find a creature I can get the damage in here. And if they don't respond, like I'm for sure getting there. But if they don't respond properly, then so they have to go squatter there. That's why I'm getting non-basic. Yeah, that can go into the graveyard. That can as well. So it was risky of them. If I found a creature there, they can no longer spellbomb my creatures. No, I didn't find it, and they didn't kill any of them, so that's good for them. This is the loan then. Alright. I get to use this. A brainstorm. So they're gonna spellbomb my Ragavan, or get it hit anyway. It's gonna be good for me, so I don't need to enable these. Question is brainstorm the best thing I can find? I don't think it is. Now I get less looks, so now the brainstorm looks a lot more cards by comparison, so fine with that. Like if I throw the second brainstorm in my graveyard as well, I only get to see one new card, and after the first I still got to see 2 new cards. So. Here I just attack with everything, and they have to decide between getting hit by the Ragavan or getting 6 damage. And if they're pointed at this, it's even better for me. I think I want to brainstorm here, because if I find another Ragavan, it's very good. Or a Chandler, for that matter. Yeah. I mean, it's risky if they have a Tabernacle. I'll keep the Wasteland on top then. Just put on the pressure. They get to kill 1 if they have the Tabernacle, unless they also manage to do this, which means they'll have to have a exploration as well, which is going to be rough. So I'm fine with doing it like this. Ooh, are they going to make it 2020 now? That's rough. Alright, that was a mistake. By me, I think. Should have played around it. Could have just taken the Wasteland and passed with that. Maybe they're as bad as me and skip through a turn. Probably not. Yeah, this league ain't my prettiest work. Alright, so Submerged Carcass, Blood Moon, Alpine Moon. Could look at Meltdown and Surgicals, basically. Getting rid of the good shots and a bolt at least. And the bolts. I think I like everything else, so now I have to cut one card, and it's between Meltdown and Surgical, I think. With the Pirate Spell Bomb in their deck, I expect them to have Urza Saga. Oh, I still have the Pyroblast in there. I keep forgetting my Pyroblast. Alright, let's do it like this. Not too big of a fan on the Surgicals, especially multiples, but yeah, let's keep this. I don't necessarily need a second Forceful Negation, though it pairs nice with the Meltdown. So what I'm going to do is put the Meltdown lowest and just draw that if it's needed. And get rid of it with a second Ponder if I don't need it. And I don't think I'll need it, but I'll draw the Forceful Negation this time. Right. I actually don't get to melt it down. I'll Ponder anyway. Probably not want. I don't want to get rid of the Meltdown, since there's a good chance that they don't keep up 2 mana. I don't need a third Forceful Negation, but Meltdown into Blood Moon seems good enough. Those seem to pair up pretty well. So the only danger here is that I don't have Force of Will, but I have Force of Negation, so they can mess with my Blood Moon play by having Crop Rotation into Dark Depths, and then they get to interact on my turn after that, and it's going to be a shit show, as they say. They do have green up, so that's a bit risky. So with them clearing my graveyard, I would just want to use spells here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just not going to go for the Blood Moon with them having this up. So they just get to search for the Dark Depths even if they don't have the Crop Rotation. So what I'm going to do is put the Blood Moon on top of the Volcanic. I'm going to melt down for 1. And then just cast the Ragavan. If the Ancient Tomb, that's fine. Basically, let them spend Crop Rotation here. Ooh, they got the Saga, that's really good for me. Since that means that my Blood Moon might be a lot better than if they got a Dark Depths. They just play the Saga here now. Looks Diamond. Yeah. Means they have red mana. So now I'll attack first. So I have my Forceful Negation mana up. For their Punishing File. Ooh. Or that. Okay. Yeah. That was one of the other options. So now if I Blood Moon, I lose access to my Merc type, but I also don't have anything anymore, but I'm gonna lose to the Saga if I don't, so here we are. No, let's not do that. Okay, I'm gonna need to find another Ragavan. It helps me get my blue mana online. I could surgical their crop rotation. It's the kind of card they could have and makes their top decks way better. Yeah. Let's do that. They did have it. They don't have more though. They boarded some of them out. They went up to 3 endurances. They don't have any punching fire shenanigans going on, right? Oh, I didn't spend my 3 mana for my Obosh. So they get to play a second endurance here. And I need to find a land, basically. Or I'm gonna die to these. Dying to endurance is not pretty after losing the game to my own wasteland misplay. They got their hero in their hand, which makes them win through Obosh in 2 turns. But it's what we have, so. Basically, you just need a creature so I can chunk block for 1 turn. No, that wouldn't even be enough. I need a lightning bolt, which I boarded out. I don't know what. Multiple stuff. Yeah, multiple stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna do it. I guess at least this is a 3/3. Oh no, it's not. But it still trades with Kahira due to Obosh. I'm not technically not dead yet, I think. I can't force a will anymore. That's an issue. Yeah. So now I have to draw through all the top of my deck. Which I know is bad. Could keep it in my hand for another brainstorm. Yeah, fine. Not gonna use the mana anyway. I'll run it out. That's at least good if they find the answer to Blood Moon. Crucible. I mean, their lands don't do anything. It's gonna be an issue later, but it's not an issue now. Fine. I'm gonna keep running out these wastelands. It's good to have in play once they find an answer to block me. Which they don't have. Oh wait. So I'm basically playing around them, drawing their Shadow Spear. So I could attack with the Ragavan. No, that doesn't trade with anything here. I mean, I'm gonna play it still, but alright, that's part one of the problem. Let's throw more wastelands into play. So they probably have like they have a bunch of Pyroblasts in their deck, but they don't have their Valakut Exploration anymore. The Pyroblast is going to be an issue. But they basically need to draw their one Endurance, is that it? Or their Shadow Spear or their Pirate Spellbomb. Those are their best draws, I guess. And then they have to pair those cards with the... Oh wait, they have two Valakut Exploration. The other one was already in exile. Ooh, I think that's a good one. Is it not? Well, it's not great. It's still double blue. It's like an insurance policy. Yeah, you can play more lands. I'll play one out. I basically just need more creatures, I think. I'll back a one hit with the Ragavan. That's preordained. Let's put both on top. Bomb just sees me out more cards than all my other stuff does. I'm way behind on time though, so I'm gonna start picking that up. Brainstorm. I can't fetch, I don't really need that. This is gonna make them attack. Let's see. No, it's not. So that's fine still. And it's fine if I have to start attacking. At this point, since I can kill them in 2 turns, I think. Preordain and 2 useless cards. No. So now if I can get a creature in my graveyard, next turn these are gonna attack, then they attack for 12. I can block, yeah. And I had to borrow her next turn. Or they block the challengers with their endurances, at which point they trade, which is also good for me. Ooh, Spellbomb is actually annoying. They're gonna have a pile of pyroblasts, I think. But I'd rather have them spent on this than on the borrower. Alright, now I know that there's a Ragavan on top, so I don't have to fight over the Powered Spellbomb anymore. They're gonna counter, probably. Yeah, but now it doesn't matter too much, I think. Right? These two hit them, they attack with these three, and they kill me with the Powered Spellbomb, but then I have a Brazen Borrower. Yeah. Which might be countered by their Powered Spellbomb. So if I attack with this, this is 18. So if I attack with this, they have to block one creature. But I die if they have anything. I die if they have anything anyway, right? Yeah, since they just get to kill this and attack with these three. What if I attack with the right one, since I can replay this one anyway? They block there. This one blocks there, this one blocks there. And they leave these true. And this allows them to make some play mistakes, I think. Well, it's not a good attack by itself. They might fear like a lightning bolt or something. Which would kill them if they block like this. Yeah, this wasn't optimal, I think. So I'll have to bounce the endurance, since else I'll die because of 4 damage, I think. Or I can bounce that one, it's still 3 damage. They went very fast. They're gonna have more power blasts, I'm pretty sure. This means I'm dead. Alright, we got there. Okay, there was a... They didn't have any answers to Blood Moon in their deck, which was really surprising to me. So seeing their list, they're probably gonna bring in something that deals with it, but is there anything I would change? They have double Crucible. Or Yeah, double crucible, pirate spellbomb. I don't know why I didn't board in this hydroblast. Gonna board in hydroblast to take out a surgical. Don't think that's necessarily great. Obosh just worked there, by the way. This deck can't. If I locked myself out of casting the Murktide region, so I didn't really have ways to win against it endurance otherwise. I'll keep this. Ga ik leren? My dog is looking at me like, I know I'm not supposed to go on this couch, but you're not paying attention. Wayne is still all happily. He knows he's doing something he shouldn't. I'll just lead on the island. And I'll do the preordain. I really need to find something right now. I'll bottom these. If it were a force of negation, I would have stopped it, but don't want a second force will here. Is this a crop rotation? No, it's exploration, right? Yeah, exploration is really good. It's one of the ways they can bury me. But is it worth fighting over? So they don't have chalices in their deck. Or at least they didn't have. I'm gonna counter it. The card's just really good. I'm gonna keep the brainstorm since I'm so flooded right now. I think I'm gonna want to wasteland that before they find a crop rotation, but then I'll just brainstorm first. Like, the problem with doing that is they just get all the time in the world to cast their Light from the Loam, which I don't have an answer for at the moment, so I don't think that's a good plan. Ghost Quarter. Right. They didn't get to do that last game, but them taking out my island actually makes my Blood Moon really bad. It's just a blind Light from the Loam. What's this? What are they doing? Pyrite spell. Alright. Ah, look at my mountain. Could keep up my force of negation or get rid of their maze of it. It's kind of tempting to get rid of it now that I do have a force of negation for their loan. Alright, I'm just gonna play faster. It's like my timer got red. I was like, alright, that was one of the things I was talking about in game 2. Alright. Definitely gotta pick up the pace. Alright, it's fine. Does mean I need to find another blue. So I'm gonna try to do with this ponder. So I need creature. No, I don't want it now. It's a good card. Gonna draw the wasteland next turn for if I need it, and this is the second blue. I hope I can just fetch and cast the regent, but if I need the wasteland, at least it's there. Alright, there's the depths. If they don't get rid of the forest, at least I have to submerge. Not really too worried about that here. As long as they don't have any Javimaya, it's just a land that doesn't do too much. Alright. Jukabog. Oh, and that's annoying. I'm not gonna waste land time since I really don't want to draw the volcanic that's on top of my library. I don't want them to have this mana, but yeah. Since they're clearly tight on mana. Yeah, let's counter that. And try to fill up our graveyard a bit. Just gonna throw almost anything into my graveyard, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Let's dash that. I'm just gonna wasteland them. They're clearly tight on mana, so, and I don't have ways to interact with our loam anymore. Gonna dash this in. The loam is in their graveyard, so I don't necessarily want that. I'll keep these in this order so I can counter an endurance if I need to. Let's just dash this in again. And now cast a regent. All should be fine. There's a good chance that they're just stuck with red cards in their hand. Right, seems like we're gonna get there. Sure. I mean, that's the mana they're missing. But they don't have that many turns anymore. Alright, got there. The game 2 was awkward. This was probably awkward from their side as well, since they were just tight on mana, and I just got to do my thing. Check you folks in the next round. Alright, if I can stop this recording.